like if we're all doing different stuff.
Well, that's my question. Do you guys talk different strategies you guys might be doing? I mean, you've heard a
I
lot
have
of
not.
wild ideas.
I've been gone all off season.
Sure.
I'm gonna actually go check them out tomorrow and Thursday. So I have not been in any of those meetings.
Is this a little chili bowl flu?
Yes. Wow. Chili Bowl stopped up sinuses. Larson's got the flu.
Can you, in a politically correct manner, can you explain Larson saying that the Chili Bowl is the biggest race without offending NASCAR people who would contend that the Daytona 500 is the biggest race? Is it because it's on two different stages that people need to approach the two or judge the two differently?
Well, I think I was talking to Bob about this at Chili Bowl a little bit. Is I think, for one, Kyle and I have been trying to win the Chili Bowl a lot longer than we've ever thought about winning the Daytona 500. And I think, us growing up racing sprint cars, him in California, me in Mississippi, I raced go-karts in the same building that we raced Chili Bowl in. And, that's just something that we've always strived for. And not till as of recent history or recent events that we've gotten opportunities to even go compete in the Daytona 500. And so, in the country, I would say the Daytona 500 is the biggest. But, I think there's a lot of people that would say, even some NASCAR drivers that say, the versatility that we have running dirt cars and stuff like that, they would like to win the Chili Bowl as well if they could. So they're both huge races. I want to win the Daytona 500 really, really bad. I want to win the Chili Bowl bad too, but I'm sure if you ask Larson today which one he's looking forward to, I'm sure he's looking to 500. Chili Bowl's over.
Larson's sick, so I have to ask you, which is still a really good situation. As far as the midget goes, outside of the Cup car, how much of that are you going to be able to do this year?
Yeah, I'm going to do some. I bet I'll probably do 5 or 6 races throughout the season. I don't know. I haven't looked at the schedules yet, but I know for sure like 5 or 6. Looking at doing hopefully more.
Is there any race in particular that you'd like to run if the schedule works out right?
I haven't looked at the schedules that closely.
We asked you when you and Danica got together how you'd race each other in the Daytona 500. So I guess I need to ask, is there any change in how you race now that you're not together?
I don't think there's any. I don't think I'll race any different. I try to respect everybody around me, and especially at those speedway races, you don't really want to put anybody in a bad spot because you put the whole field in a bad spot. But I think I'll go out and race just like I'm racing everybody else, and see how it plays out. I mean, heck, when we first started racing together, we were getting crashes anyway. So it is what it is. But I'll just go out and compete as hard as I can, and I plan on put myself in a position to win the race.
Pretty much help her if it helps you. And
if it helps me, I'll help. Kind of the same way I do everybody else out there. I think if I can help, and it's going to benefit myself, then I will. I try not to help people if it's only going to benefit them on the racetrack.
Do you have any comment on the Aaron Rodgers news?
No.
Your thoughts on Danica getting a ride at Daytona?
I felt like a matter of time. I think it's like I've always said, I think it's a cool way to go out if you're going to retire. For somebody that's done the Daytona 500, running NASCAR, running Indy cars, her passion has always been the Indy 500, and so I think it'll be cool for that to be her last race and to hit the 2 biggest races of the year, really, in the same year will be pretty cool.
You may have already answered this, but having the success that you had in 2017, where is your focus for 18? What's the next step? What area do you feel like you can improve on, and where would you like to get that win?
I'd like to start off the year at Daytona winning, but if not, I really want to win at Bristol this year. I feel like we had a really fast car the second race last year there, and I sped on pit road. So definitely going to have to minimize my mistakes on pit road, I feel like. We sped too often last year, and it cost us some valuable time and spots. I think for us as a team, we got to get better on the 1.5-mile racetracks. And then, we got to earn more stage points. And that all comes with faster race cars. And getting your program better at those certain racetracks. But if there's, I felt like there was so many opportunities last year that we missed out on getting stage points, finishing 11th, finishing 12th. So if we can make some adjustments to, finish inside the top 10 in some of those stages, I think would be more beneficial for us as well.
Trevor said earlier that last year some of the gains that we saw at Roush Fenway were the result of a lot of big pieces. I mean, how do you view the strides that you guys made as a team last year, and what kinds of things have you guys been working on to continue that this year?
Yeah, we worked on a lot of things. I think we worked on a lot of things that didn't work as well, and I think when I feel like we got off a little bit last season, I think it was we were working down a path that we thought there was going to be some good things at the end of the tunnel. When we got there, it just didn't produce, whether it be the downforce or the grip in the race car that we were looking for. And so I feel like there was about a month or two that we fell behind of not gaining on it. And, while other teams were continuing to gain, I felt like we fell behind at that point. I felt like we started the playoffs further behind than we thought. But I thought we ended the season, Martinsville, Phoenix, Texas, Homestead, closer to where we started the year based off of speed. So looking forward to, those things that we worked on. We worked on those things this offseason to hopefully continue that progress. But it's not going to be overnight, but, I think we have focused in on things that we need to be better at.
Are you